Okay, so some overview regarding the advanced tutorials. We have the first tutorial to do is number 1, parametric Lego, and then number 2 is Excel interface, number 3 is power copy, and number 4 is planetary gearbox. So I would suggest that if you have done this tutorial, number 3, the power copy, then it's not entirely necessary to do planetary gearbox. The planetary gearbox is a very advanced tutorial. It's quite hard and tough to complete. If you think that you have the time to complete it, then by all means do it. But there are a lot of things that can there are a lot of errors that can be made, and that will complicate matters in order to complete it. But if you have the time, then of course you will learn a lot by doing the tutorial, so it depends on how much time you have. So if you go into each folder, then there are a couple of files. For the first folder, then it's only one file, which is this PDF file. And it's quite a straightforward giving you a first an introduction about what is that we're going to do, which is this brick, and then it gives you the problem where the underside of the brick looks different depending on the size of the brick, and now we have to create it in a parametric way so that it can take any shape depending on the number of cylinders that we have. And then there are two different ways that will be suggested to complete this tutorial. And it's very step by step. I don't see the point of going through all the slides. It's very step by step, and a lot of students get a aha moment when they have completed this tutorial. It gives you the opportunity to dive into the field of design automation. It eases you into this field. So it's a tutorial that has been always appreciated. So there are not so many difficulties if you follow the slides slide by slide. The second is the Excel interface, and here we have a couple of files. So we have the first exercise with the Lego assembly, which looks like this. It's a quite brief tutorial. And then we have also another, which is Excel wing assembly, which is even more brief. It's just 3 slides or something, and then you get to the wing assembly that you had done in the basic section of the course. You connect it to an Excel interface, and you can change the position of the ribs. So what you need to remember for these 2 exercises is that there are two other PDFs, tutorial Connect Excel CATIA and tutorial Introduction VBA, and then you have 2 help files here, VB template files that you can use. So I would suggest that you start first with the Excel Lego assembly. While have read through this exercise, and I recommend that you do first this tutorial, Connect Excel, which gives you a more hands-on exactly what you need to do in order to connect Excel to CATIA, which is great, because when you have done that, then you can go back and then complete this exercise with the Lego assembly tutorial. And then afterwards you can do the wing assembly one. And then you can treat the tutorial Introduction VBA as some kind of a help document if you get stuck somewhere. that's about it for the second tutorial. Let's see, for the third is the power copy. And here we have two files. One is manual instantiation of power copy, and the other one is automatic instantiation of power copy. So what I could also recommend is if you watch this week's lecture that I have already uploaded for lecture number 2. And then there's a part where we do the first hands-on CATIA modeling. Here I do some manual power copy instantiations, so you may want to look at that video as well. I would say what's good about these two documents is that you first do the instantiation of power copy manually, and the only thing that you do in the automatic part is that instead of doing the operations that you did manually, there is a certain code that you can use so that you can do it automatically instead, but the procedure is exactly the same. So I think it's a good way to ease in again into this world of power copy, which is basically a way to do topological parameterization. And as before, you have some code templates that you can use in order to complete these two tutorials. And that's about it regarding the some brief information regarding tutorials. I wish you the best of luck, and if it's anything, then just please comment in the help and discussion channel in Teams.